What's going on, everybody? What's going on, man? Welcome back to another episode of TUI.
Let's go.
I'm your boy E.
I'm your boy Ellie.
And today y'all just tuned into the Red Room Conversation. So, I try to have a whole series to this. This is really something that I want to start up and keep it going.
Right.
No matter if it's on the Loyalty Game podcast or if it's on another show, just the whole Red Room theme.
Yep.
And, just making playlists or something like that on
It'd be
YouTube.
random topics.
That's it.
While we get under the influence.
That's it.
You already know we on TUI.
We on TUI.
And today's topic is going to be what? Social media.
Oh yeah. Today we talking about social media, y'all. Today we talking about social media.
What it is to you.
What does it does? How does it affect you?
Right.
Have it affected you?
Right.
So I guess we can start off by like, what is social media? Like, what was your first actual like experience with social media?
Man, I don't know, my first one.
Your very first, like,
I came into the joint late.
Mm-hmm.
Like late. I would probably have to say a Facebook, that type of, like, we talking like platform social medias, right?
Yeah, like your first thing on, yeah.
Yeah, because there were others,
Right. Yeah.
But I think like as far as like we're targeting more like as a platform, so I would have to say Facebook will be my very first type of a social media.
Okay, yeah, that is pretty late in the internet game. Yeah. Facebook, sheesh, everything was pretty much settled.
I came on late. I would say with Facebook, Facebook will be on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
I started using it, to reach out and communicate.
I was about to say, how was that? Like when you first got on Facebook, like did you find it confusing? Did you find it like a way to just like reach out to find people?
Yeah, I found it to reach out to people. I mean, I was blown away by it. It was cool. I got to contact with people that, folks that I graduated school with.
Yeah.
That's in other states and other countries.
Mm-hmm.
I found them on the book, you know what I mean? And I got to reach out to them. Basically got in touch with a lot of people that I couldn't really get in touch with.
Yeah.
And it felt like, in a personal sense, like they were there, you know what I mean?
Right.
Every time they could hit me up, I could hit them up.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like bringing back that community, you know what I mean? That conversation again.
Mm-hmm.
That connection, per se.
Coming from the era where, you had to see that person in order to get like in contact with that person. You had to get their number, or, coming from the beeper era, you had to call them on what is it called? A payphone, or you had to hope.
God, that long.
Yeah, you had to hope that they was in the house to answer the house phone. Remember the house phone?
The house phone. Oh my God, that's like the first social media.
For real.
My first platform was the rotisserie phone.
Mm-hmm.
One was short.
One
was quick.
One,
bam.
Let it go.
I mean, try to do that. The 8. Go to the 8. I mean, that shit hurt your fingers after a while.
You ever had a curfew on the phone?
Yeah, I did.
Get on a curfew. You talking to a girl. You're like, yeah, baby, yeah, baby. Next thing you know, man.
Yo,
you gotta get off the phone, man. You ain't paying the phone bill.
Baby, are you gonna come down to eat? Oh, mama, come on, mama, get off the line. I'm talking.
For real, man.
Just want to make sure I eat. You know what I'm saying?
I can definitely see landline being, like a house phone.
Is that
landline.
a social media?
Bro, that was some type of social media, bro.
I mean?
For real.
Shit, I go back to the beeper era. Don't get me started.
For real, bro. No lie, bro. That
My
was some
first
type
platform was a beeper.
For real, yeah. For real. That
You
was some type of social media.
Somebody try to get
I know it falls in like the pre, gotta fall like in the pre-social media,
Yeah. I guess it's the start of it.
The start, right? Getting in contact with somebody while not actually being in contact with them.
With
a device.
More in the phone era, I guess. I mean, phone, that's more of a phone. But I guess into the internet, the AOL.
Yeah.
That's when I kind of started.
Yeah.
Throwing that shit in your ear.
Exactly. Like, what was that? What was that doing?
God damn! What the fuck? I know, right?
What was that doing?
We communicating to aliens. We sending out these signals and shit.
For real, that's what it sounded like. Like we had to put that. We came.
Oh really?
They came.
We didn't even light him yet. You yawning?
They came.
You yawning over there?
You had people coming out giving out CDs saying, "Hun, this is the internet
for free." Right?
Here you go. Just put it in your computer.
I remember
just
closing my doors on them because I thought they were like Mormons and shit. They were coming, white suits
and
and
they was
book bags.
they was just trying to look out.
Oh
for
man,
you.
they some Mormons. I don't want that. You trying to get me to read your Bible in the form of a CD? It's blasphemy.
For real. Oh man. But
no, I got nothing against the Mormons. I'm just saying, that's who I thought they were.
right, no, I understand.
They came down in squads, bro.
Mm-hmm. Just giving out CDs
every other day, though. Like I would rack up on them joints.
And that's how you how you get it
out.
How
long they would last? They only had like a certain limit, right?
Mm-hmm. I think it was like a month or something. Like
a month,
that.
right?
Yeah, I think it was only like a month.
That was crazy.
My first social media, I would have to say, was and it might have been the social media before this, but mine was MySpace.
MySpace. So
yeah,
I heard of that.
Yeah, so you get on MySpace, and
I didn't really get on that joint.
As soon as you create a MySpace account, you already got a friend, and it was Tom, the creator of MySpace. Yeah, and he was just like
with a big thumbs up.
With a big thumbs up, like that was everybody's first friend. Everybody had Tom as a friend, and you get on there, and you don't know, like you don't know what to do. You don't know what's going on. You don't know. Like, you really don't know what it's just new.
Right.
It's just new. Like, all right, well, you just going through all the options. Oh, wow, I get to customize my page.
It was exciting.
Oh, wow, I get to do this.
To meet your friends.
It was something new.
Like, you know what I mean? When you were in the house, you could still like be playing with them and hang.
But you had to tell your friends about it too. That's like, it was almost like if you had a phone and your friends didn't have a phone, you couldn't get in contact with them.
How did you get it? Was it like an app? Or something? Like, how did you get MySpace?
MySpace was on a computer. Everything was on the computer. It definitely wasn't no apps back then. But I do remember eventually being on like a phone with buttons, and when you had to type with the A, B, C, and all that right there, you had to type three. So
you had like
fucking 3 times and all that.
Software of MySpace on the computer first.
No, it's just you had to download the web browser. That was about everything you had to download. Just the web browser. Once you got that web browser, you got the internet.
So it came up like it was a search engine. MySpace?
Yeah, you just type it in. This one, everybody typed in www. This one, it was new, the World Wide Web.
Right.
www.myspace.com. And then the website will pop up and you'll log in. And,
wow.
I don't even know how I found out about it. It was probably like a word of a friend. Like, I don't remember how I found out about
Wow, that's crazy.
Social media, bro. It's crazy.
The website, www.
The World Wide Web. Yeah, people like we live in a generation. They don't even use www no more. Like they don't even use the triple W no more.
That
just type it right in.
Shit. That's what got me to buy a computer. You know what I mean, that's when the whole explosion with HP was coming out with all these nice looking computer screens with the flat back with the round bags. I was like, I'm buying me an HP. I went and got me the whole nine printer and anything. You know what I mean? Didn't know what I was gonna do with it. You know what I'm saying? But everybody was getting them things.
For real.
I mean, printer and all. I was like, I ain't got nothing to print. I'm gonna print.
Now I forgot to tell y'all that we live on TUI, and occasionally we'll get some callers in. And right now we got a caller on the line, so we're gonna get that call.
Oh, we got a caller?
Yeah, we got a caller in, and we're gonna get that caller on the mic.
The caller's on your line.
Yeah, the caller's on my line. And we're gonna get that caller in here. Now, social media is the topic. Let's get the caller in here. Hey, what's going on, man? What's your name and where you're from? Hello?
He said,
hey, what's going on, man?
You got the mic on?
Yeah. What's
Why do you do this every time I call? You got the same.
I hope y'all can hear you.
Yeah, they can definitely hear him.
Okay.
You said what now?
See, why you do this every time I call? We got the same picture, but for everybody that don't know, it's your favorite.
He said every time I call.
I love when you call it, man. Go ahead, yeah. Give your intro. Let everybody know the intro, who you are. If you want, you can tell them where you from or whatever. Are you there?
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah, for those of you who's listening on TUI, we got another guest on my co-host phone.
Are you going to tell them who you are, bud?
Part of the wisdom community. But we got a guest on his line, so I'm going to put it close so you guys can hear what he said.
Okay, here we go. Right here, man. Here goes the guest. Did he just clear his throat?
He must have something good to say if he cleared his throat.
What's going on? It's shaking with you. But you said, what's the question? Because you put your shit on 10 minutes. It's wasted.
Guala, Montana. What is going on, bro? Social media, like, what? How do you feel about it? And what was your first like actual encounter with social media?
What was that? MySpace.
We got another MySpace. All right, you guys was on the MySpace.
You got to realize MySpace might have been one of the first like things out. It might have. I don't know if it was more, but MySpace was definitely like the top of the must have.
That was definitely AIM. That is the messaging.
So was MySpace was kind of like a Facebook, what Facebook is?
MySpace was better.
Not what Facebook is today, because they meta. And they a whole new level right now in that. But I'm talking about when it first began, you basically you get in contact with your people that you never saw before.
It's the same concept, yeah. If the friends have that social media. Everybody might not want to have all these different social medias like they do today. They might have just been on just MySpace, just Facebook, so you might not catch them on that.
They had the background with the music.
Yeah, that's why I said MySpace was better.
Okay.
With the top friends.
You had your top friends, the top friends, top 5, and yeah, it really got like that.
All right, so
we live.
All right. Well, I'll bring my mic. I was getting closer to the wisdom.
Yeah, we live.
So because I want to get into something a little deeper about it, the whole social media about it. Right. So let me ask you this, Guala. Is he still on the line?
Guala's still there, yeah.
Guala, so how do you feel about like with today's social media and all? How do you feel about privacy?
There's no such thing, man.
So you feel as there's no such thing as privacy today
on the internet?
That's deep. That's deep.
Definitely not. No.
That's deep.
You gotta read. Y'all don't read the term. Y'all don't read.
I was just about to say that, but go ahead, talk to him.
Say that. Go ahead, talk to us, man.
Yeah, y'all don't read the terms and conditions. See me, I'm wanting to read anything that I sign or accept my thing. Because as a youngin, I seen this movie where I think my grandmother and these people was just signing up for stuff, not reading anything. It came back and enslaved the whole neighborhood.
Wow.
So after that, I read everything.
That's facts. That's facts right there, because not everybody's reading the the terms and regulations.
Everybody just know that they want to just talk
they
to
just
their friends.
go, scroll real quick and hit the accept button, and then little do you know you signed up for something that you don't know.
Exactly.
You basically signed away your privacy.
Exactly. You are.
Yeah.
Well, anything that you put on the internet doesn't go away.
Right. So you're giving these folks, you know what I mean?
Used by any third party that they choose.
And like I said, like when you post a picture, it never goes off. Even if you erase it, it's still saved to that database. So if you post it on Facebook, it's in the Facebook database.
Not only that, you're giving them control of your device.
Yeah,
but now they
even now thinking about it, the people that like say little racist shit or whatever online, people are tagging their jobs and stuff like that, and they're losing their jobs in real life.
Yeah, that's facts. I mean, you hear it on the news all the time about that shit. But that's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Are these people reading the terms and regulations?
Oh no,
oh
no, definitely.
What about the ones that are
and too much
still
right
accept?
If you accept it, then you know what you're getting into. You know, if you do, like, because people that don't read it, you just accept it. Boom, I want to do it. So
some of these major platforms out there, they got access to your whole device, your contacts, your phone numbers, your calendar.
Yeah.
Like shit, maybe even your wallets, right?
Yeah.
That's in there.
Because you got to think, you put all that information on there.
Right.
You put all your information on that phone, and you
those scammers get.
It's easy. Yeah. It's once you put all that information in.
You plug your phone. You have to plug your phone number in order to use Snapchat.
Yep.
Snapchat is the same thing.
So you saying because of social media,
the pictures that you delete don't get
basically privacy is extinct. Is that one of the cons?
Privacy is not extinct.
One of the cons,
but it is extinct on social media. It is definitely extinct on social media because you signing up for that. You basically
you got your pros and your cons. So I guess waiving your rights of privacy. It's one of those if you want to like one of these major platforms out there. Not to say the names, you know what I'm saying?
But it is like if you everything that you every site that you log on to, every time you make an account, there's always something that you got to say. I acknowledge, I read that, I checked. Like you got to check. You got to check the mark.
All the apps that you have on your device, you just giving random apps, freedom of your device and basically everything, because everybody got everything now in their phones.
Yeah.
I mean everything, bro.
Now it makes it worse because they ask you if they can access certain things.
Mm-hmm.
If they can access your contacts, if they can access your photos, if they can access videos.
Yep. You know what I say? No. I say no to all that.
But they still can.
Yeah, I say no to that.
Even if you say no, right? Even if you say no, they still technically can.
I don't know if that app can, but I know whatever phone you got it on can.
Would it hold up in court? Probably not, because you said no. You know what I mean?
I don't know how that would work.
To do it,
I don't know how that would work with court.
They can access your location, everything.
Yeah, if the right people like.
That's the easiest way to find. You can find people very easy.
That's what I'm saying. If the right people, like the government, want to find you, they're going to find you.
Like even shit that you like delete off your device.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they still got access to these things.
You know how I know. You know how I know that it don't go away, because if you got an iPhone, you got to erase. You can erase it, and then you got to go to another folder to erase it out of there. So there's no telling what folder it's going to after that.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. It's just archiving itself everywhere in your device.
Yep.
All right, so let's elaborate more on that shit, right? So what about hold on. I don't want to make this false. So what about now there's no privacy there, right? So what about these bad guys, these bad folks?
What do you mean, like hackers?
Not hackers necessarily, like people that try to do harm to you, like what I mean, dark ass fucking people that try to do kidnapping and find your location and follow you on these social medias and know when you're not at your house to raid your crib. You know what I mean? They're using it now.
I mean, on that case, because that's happening.
That's happening.
And the message is stop posting your location.
You should be out of town posting that you're out of town while you're out of town.
Exactly. That's just, like that'll just bring up the whole PNB Rock situation all over.
I'm in Florida. I'm in this place. I'm here.
So these social media platforms are really dangerous, man.
These social media platforms can be dangerous, but a pro to it is it can make you a millionaire.
So are they good for children to have?
These children are becoming millionaires off of it. You are? Rejoin if you want to. Sorry about that, while I keep forgetting to change it to 20. But if you want to rejoin, if anybody else want to call in, y'all can call in.
Right. I need I don't know. I need somebody on TUI to call in and maybe elaborate on the situation. How do you feel about social media? Is it safe for us or is it not safe for us?
Social media.
Do you feel like privacy? Is it extinct?
What is?
Do we still have privacy?
What is privacy?
Is it because of the social media platforms? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hold that up so they can hear that shit clearly. But you know what I mean?
No, I understand. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is privacy? Do we really have gateway? Privacy?
It's a gateway thing. You can use it for good.
Guala, we're gonna get you right back in here, but I think you're gonna like the guest that we about to have in here. Okay, so we got another guest calling in. Let us know. Welcome to the Loyalty Gang Network. How you doing today?
Blessings. Thank you so much for inviting me to your stage.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, and I love the topic. It's so important.
Oh, that's all. That's good.
That's great. Yep.
Well, what's your thoughts on it? How do you feel about social media?
I've been doing what I do for about 15 years, utilizing social media to build my brand.
Okay.
And I have been building a nonprofit organization. We consider ourselves to be social entrepreneurs. It's kind of an old term now, but basically using all the different kind of business owners, using their expertise in their business, right, to find solutions to cultural issues. So helping people, it's not all about making money all the time. And before that, I started my own business and got out into this world, I was in banking for many years. And before that, I was in the Army and I was in an honor guard unit. So I had a secret security security clearance.
Oh, so you've been around the block a few times.
Yeah.
Just a few.
Yeah, you've been around the block.
And safety and security is part of it. I have a person who's part of my network, my executives. He is a IT network administrator for like major organizations, and he and I have been out here together on the internet for many years. A lot of stuff has changed over the years. Like Facebook was just getting started, and he has kept me safe. He has kept my network safe. You know, he stays ahead of things, letting us know the trends. There was a whole thing a few years back where they were talking about creating these personal clouds where when you go on the internet, put your banking information in or your social or whatever for things nowadays you have to do, even dealing with the VA and IRS, you gotta like put your information in on the internet, you know? And they don't necessarily encourage us always to do it safely. So we've been teaching people all of this stuff over the years because, to be quite frank, a lot of people forget that Facebook was started by the CIA, funded by the CIA, okay? There is no privacy on the internet. Period. It does
none
not
whatsoever.
And that's basically what the fine print said, and that's what Guala was saying. I think you met Guala
You
earlier.
said the CIA was tied into that too?
Yeah.
Yes. The CIA funded the founding of Facebook.
I tell people all the time, like the FBI or whoever's the top, like the cops, the police. I mean, the government, they got something to do with everything. Movie making, all of that. I didn't hear you said what?
The government created the internet.
See, I didn't know that.
The government
but it makes
created
sense.
The internet.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So when you hear about CERN,
wow.
CERN, CERN is, you know, they have these big technologies, the Large Hadron Collider, all the stuff you hear about going on in Germany and Switzerland.
I got a guest on TUI. I'm gonna bring him in, but right now we got another guest speaker. But you're gonna fall into the cipher with us.
Scientists, technologists, and they're doing all this stuff, whether it has to do with drones and, you know, virtual technology or whatever it is, Bitcoin and everything. Like, we can't be so naive to think that the government is not going to have their hands in it. So, like, there is no hiding. You might as well keep your nose clean because they know where you are all the time.
Yep.
Period. It doesn't matter. It don't matter if you use a burner phone. If you turn your phone off, it doesn't matter. They can find you. Period. And then there are also
y'all hear this?
People out here doing stuff like what they call it gang stalking, where if you make somebody mad on the internet because you talked about something they didn't like, then they get all of their crew and they come and they track you and follow you. And
I heard of that. Yeah, they're doing that a lot.
Your accounts, and then
they're really cracking down on that.
Doxing, where they post all of your personal information, your address, and all that stuff on the internet. So everybody can see you, so
wow.
they can harass you at your house.
Wow, there's like no privacy, no safety at all. I mean, this social media shit's starting to sound scary to me, bro.
Okay, but this is what I want to say, so I don't want nobody to be scared. Because first of all, like, we really, 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 really have to deal with fear in this world. Fear is the tool that has kept all of us from everything.
Spit
everything
that.
We've ever wanted to do.
Spit that.
Somebody found a way to wrap it into fear, whether they said, oh, somebody might hurt you, or you might get killed, or you might not be able to get a job, or nobody will like you, or et cetera, blah, blah.
You have to be a risk taker. Spit that, you know what I mean? And fear takes that away from everything.
Period. And I'm 50 years old, okay? I smoke meat, okay?
Hey, I heard that.
And it hasn't always been legal in the places that I've lived, okay? But that's absolutely medicine. We need our endocannabinoid system to be working right.
I agree.
Preach that, Reverend.
Spit it.
Preach that, Reverend.
I can say we are all definitely under the influence right here. That's, you know what I'm saying? Because that's definitely taking us.
But all of these years that I was stigmatized, right? I didn't want to get on the internet and do videos because I was trained in broadcasting. What if it's not good enough? Or, you know, even being around other Black people, sometimes it's, oh, you don't speak well enough, or you're not popular. Whatever the things are that keep us in bondage and fear, this is just one more barrier to entry. So my advice to people is, right? Some people can't just say, I just don't care, like I do. I just don't care. Come to me if you want to, and good luck with that, right?
Right.
Everybody can't do that because some people have young children at home that they have to protect, or, you know, they might have jobs that they're trying to protect. The only way to do this and to do it freely is that you have to decide how you are going to live your authentic truth and do it 100%. That way, if somebody puts your pictures on blast or the internet, or somebody takes a video, screenshotted you, or recorded something you said or whatever, and blasted everywhere, you don't have to care.
Yep.
You have to know that if somebody finds out who's behind this profile, I don't know, this is your brand. I'm not saying you, but just for example, because I used to have a brand.
No, that's definitely our brand.
Right? But eventually somebody might find out that's you. Before 420 was legal, somebody might find out you smoke. You might get fired from your job. Like, you literally have to be prepared for that and don't care. You have to. It's the only way. Otherwise, don't do it.
That's facts right there. My God, you just dropped so many knowledge bombs right now. That's like crazy what you just covered on. Half the shit I did not know that, how the government, was involved. I mean, I kind of knew.
It makes sense.
You know what I mean? But like creators of it. You know what I'm saying? It almost feels like an entrapment now.
I mean,
yes,
keep your nose clean.
Is 100%.
Keep your nose clean.
I'm not the only one here.
Do you know that when the war happened with Ukraine, I got a notification in my email from Google telling me that if I posted anything on, because I'm on Google Maps, if I post anything contrary to the war, they was gonna shut me down.
Same thing with Corona. I was getting them things when Corona was like, don't say too much about Corona. Don't talk about it. Don't be elaborate on it. Or they shut me down. Same thing.
And that's also why it's very important for us to build private spaces. This app is huge. I'm thankful for this app.
I love this app.
A lot of people
shout out to the Wisdom app.
On TikTok,
I'm trying to tell you guys, if you don't got the Wisdom app, y'all need to get this.
Right? But we also have to have private spaces that we build out, whether you use Zoom or whether you use something else.
Yep.
Where once you build a following, people can come meet you somewhere else, and you can have free and open talk, and you don't have to worry about these platforms shutting you down.
Yep. And that's what I feel. That's how I feel about Wisdom, and that's why we come on here and we just have these deep conversations.
Right. I feel as though that was more on the side of the cons. You know what I mean? The pros would be like platforms like Wisdom. I mean, where we all can get together and talk about topics like that. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff that we signed up for unbeknownst to us because we want these iPhones.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Yep. Like these devices are coming with these signed signatures that you don't even know. It's basically a gift for signing up with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been saying that. I mean, I don't want to make names or nothing like that, but I've been saying that shit's like, you know what I mean? Obamacare, dog. You know how I felt about that one. You know what I'm saying? I think you signed up with the Obamacare. Some little shit behind it came with it. You know what I mean? It's like so you gotta really be careful.
Read the fine print.
Like like Wanda Montana said, you gotta read the fine print. You know what I mean?
Read the fine print. That's it.
That's right. I just switched over from Android to iPhone, and I'm mind blown at all the notifications I'm getting asking me for my permission to get access to my stuff that I never got when I was
serious?
I've been noticing a lot of weird shit too.
But I haven't had an Android phone in a decade.
I've been
at least I ain't gonna make it seem. I ain't gonna say decades like I'm old, but
the rumor was that the iPhone was supposed to be the most private phone you can get.
That I was on before.
Like feds couldn't even get into that, right?
Asking me all these questions that on my Android device they never asked me.
Dang.
Yeah, because Android just accepted it all.
Yep. He ain't set. Yep. Android did just accept it all.
Android just accepted it all. Yep. Because iPhone also lets you, because iPhone ain't nothing but a mini computer. That's why it costs so much.
Everybody's on a phone.
It's nothing but a mini. Everybody. We live in that generation.
You know, everybody's thinking about these little small trackers they're supposed to inject us. We've been carrying trackers around with us for the longest.
And let's not talk about the radiation that the phones in these 3G, 4G, 5G towers is giving off.
I got no problem carrying it if I don't got to get it injected. Tell you that.
What I'm saying is that if you think they don't got you by the injection, they definitely got you by your device. You know what I mean? That's definitely a con on that.
Man, look at him, man.
You telling me it's been 10 minutes already? I didn't even know.
She definitely came on the line and blessed us with that.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I definitely want to. I didn't even catch her name. Yeah, I didn't even catch her name, but I definitely want to thank you for coming through. And if you want to come back through, swing back through, and we can continue the conversation. We wasn't even paying attention to the time. We We live over here, you know. And if you want,
Here's
you
the
can
guest
definitely you can watch us on the Loyalty Game podcast. All the links.
Andrea Raquel.
Andrea, hold on. I want to hear her say it.
I'm Andrea Raquel, y'all, just like Raquel Welch.
Okay.
Andrea Raquel. Yeah.
Andrea Raquel. Okay. Well, I'm gonna make sure that I
dropping them bombs.
I give you a follow. I follow you on all social media platforms, and you know, and I got all my all my information in my in my bio and everything.
See, there you go.
I will definitely follow that.
That was a perfect example of the pros of the social platform right there.
Yeah, I mean
that right there. We just reached out. You know what I mean? Linked up with some knowledge bombs just dropped. So you feel me? Those are like if you got to use it for good. Like it's like if it falls in the wrong hands type of thing. You know what I mean? It's almost like a super thing, right? Like what happens if it falls into the wrong hands?
We've seen what happens when it falls in the wrong hands. It already
happens, and it falls in the wrong hands already.
On the internet, they still would have gotten all of my information.
Right.
Because all the information is inside of a computer.
Right. I mean, you got these state-of-the-art hackers that's, you know what I mean, being born nowadays. That's just coming up. That's anything just fucking the whole hacking game up. They just getting everybody information now. You got skim cards on ATM machines. There's so many ways to get you now because of this whole digital imprint that we're living behind.
Man.
And the companies are way more careless than we are. They don't care. The government,
they covered.
Even the VA. My friend Andrew is always talking about how he's having these meetings and giving these talks with these companies and the government, whoever, telling them they need to update their systems. And even when I worked in banking, the systems were so outdated. They never update the systems until they have to. So even if you never touched a computer or a cell phone, but you just went into the bank or you just went into the hospital or you just doing your credit card transactions and the credit bureau has your information, all of those three situations would have already gotten you hacked by now, even if you never had a cell phone or never picked up a computer.
Sheesh, man! I not even a couple of months ago, a local Wawa got hacked around here, and you know they was calling everybody out. Our banks was calling us, sending us letters to our houses talking about if you use this card at this Wawa, I mean we have to give you a new card, blase, the whole nine. I'm like, what's going on? Like, is our funds safe? You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing about that. The banks guarantee your money up until $200,000.
That's what I was about to say. I think that digital stuff is covered, bro. I think it's covered.
Up to $200,000 only.
Okay, so first of all, because the credit bureaus,
you got to move it in different banks.
Says that you owe any money, tell them it wasn't me. I don't care what it was. After 7 years, if it really was you, it should have fell off your credit report. Don't send nobody no money. Don't admit to nothing. Say it wasn't me, and make them send it to you in.
Y'all hear that?
Every
knowledge
bomb.
bomb.
Planet should be doing that right now.
There you go.
Dropping them bombs.
Period.
Dropping them bombs. Everybody should have a. Everybody should have a 700
I
credit
do the
score.
Same thing. I run behind the sofa. I play like Jehovah's Witness. Oh, nobody say nothing.
That's right.
Get away from the door.
Keep your money separate. Okay. If you got good money, long money, if you got big money, it shouldn't be sitting around in an account that's attached to a debit card. That if somebody steals your debit card, or if somebody gets one of them swipe hacker things, or if the bank.
Yes.
Even though you can get the money back, you can save yourself a lot of trouble and a lot of headache because they're gonna take their sweet time giving your money back.
I got bread in the bank, but I never did trust them. You know what I mean? I never did trust the bank.
That's a knowledge bomb.
I'm saying I've always played Montana.
I
never trust that guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how can you trust somebody with your money? Because they guarantee
you have to,
but then they guarantee you don't have to.
You don't.
You don't have to, but in order to do certain stuff, you have to have a paper trail, or you have to do certain stuff if you want to do certain
That's
stuff.
What I'm saying. You kind of have to.
So,
right.
Because if you keep all your money under the mattress, then you're going to have to pay cash when you go to buy a house, and nobody wants to do that.
Exactly.
If you have $300,000 laying around, you should not pay cash for a house.
Right.
So you definitely have to keep that paper trail going, but diversify it. Put it in some investments, put it in some real estate, put it in some gold. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Gold. There you go. You heard that? Gold. Gold is very, very valuable to invest in. That's another thing.
I mean, we live in a generation where people don't even know about the word invest.
I mean, it's just like, I don't know. We're so fragile now. You know what I'm saying? Especially with the whole social media, bro. You know what I mean? Because it kind of links back into that even more. Privacy is out the damn window. It's so
we
easy.
never had any. We never had any privacy. We just did a better job of making people.
I'm about to say
at least.
At least we felt like it. You know, God darn it.
I think it's more easier because of the social media. I think back then we did have a little privacy because
what you mean?
More folks mind their business.
The beeper era.
I mean,
yeah,
my
talking
era.
about 90s,
right? Generation X, man. When we knew how to mind our damn business.
Nobody knew how to mind their business in your era. Everybody, the whole neighborhood whooped your ass. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about that was a good thing, though. That was a good thing, though.
Everybody got their kick in.
I'm talking about they ain't go into your personal business.
No, right. It was more of a respect.
Yeah, and respect that.
You know
what I'm saying? But now I think it's just because of the whole social media and the whole digital thing imprint that we leave in, it's just more of an open door.
Social media adds to it.
Way smaller, but the good part about that is that now we don't have all of these public figures who are out here with all this influence and doing all manner of stuff that we don't find out about. The time check is much shorter now to get caught up. Doing some stuff you don't have no business doing.
Right.
Yeah, you standing on stage leading people. That's the bright side of it.
Yeah.
Right. That's facts.
Yeah.
That's facts. Yeah. It definitely.
This is a great conversation, though, y'all. Thank you so much for inviting me to the stage. Keep dropping that knowledge.
Hey, it was our pleasure. It was our pleasure having you on. You dropped them knowledge bombs. Thank you for that, for coming on and letting us know your side of the, how you feel about it. You know what I mean? And, really opened up a whole lot of fucking bright sides to me. I'm like, I didn't know half that for real.
Yep. We definitely got to make sure.
A whole nother thought plan to that.
We got to make sure we give her a follow.
Hell no.
Thing, but like she said,
better watch your trail.
But like she said, we never had freedom. We never been safe. They always had their foot on our throat.
But I think now we're just like fucking out there to dry, bro, shooting fish in the barrel. You know what I mean? I think we had a little bit of shelter back then. Now we just out in the open, nigga, duck hunt.
I feel as though people don't think no more, bro. They just don't think no more. You got to think in your era, you did everything you could to not get caught by the cops. This era, they killing somebody and then they rapping about it. Like, you got to think, like, what? So it's like, of course there's going to be more stuff because in your time, people were smart enough to not get caught. And this time, people surprised that you caught them because they told on themselves. That don't make sense. I
mean, you don't have no privacy because you're putting everything out there.
Exactly. That's another thing. You put everything out there.
That is another thing. I mean, now people are more willing to put everything the fuck out there.
Which is horrible, bro.
They're not even trying to keep privacy.
Yeah.
If anything, they making shit up.
Like, yeah.
That's so another thing. To make shit up.
That's another thing. That internet life.
Out of somebody.
People always say, nah, man, what's your life? You know what I mean? What's your life? Not the internet life you live in.
There's no realism, bro. If it is, it's scarce. You got to really dig hard and shit to find it. You got to decipher that shit. You know what I mean? You got to figure out what's fucking real because of it.
You ever been catfished before?
Fuck yeah. All the time.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Niggas be hiding from me, dog. They don't want to tell me who they are. They don't want to tell me they are. They know better.
No, bro. But
yeah.
It's weird.
It's crazy. People making shit up all the time. In a form of gaming, I game a lot. You know what I mean? I'm a heavy gamer. And there's catfishing gaming all the time. All the time. You know what I mean?
I feel as though, and this is my bomb for the night, the internet gave the weirdos a voice. All the creeps a voice. Because now that's all they got is a voice. They don't have no face.
They gave them an opportunity.
Yeah, like they can be whoever they want. They can be a female character. They can act like you said, catfishing. They gave all the weirdos opportunities to do weird shit on the internet.
I mean, it did a whole lot of good shit and it did a whole lot of bad shit. You know what I mean? Like you said, now it gave people courage to actually speak. You know what I mean? Because they were so scared to speak.
And I'm about to say, and like you said,
I mean, it gave people, like you said, the catfish. It gave people a fantasy to become something that they wanted to, and they can't really do it.
Yep.
I mean, it's got goods and it's got bads.
You know wisdom, like you said, wisdom is one of the good ones. People actually getting paid off of these platforms, or that's a good one. You know,
I mean, I guess like I said, we gotta treat it like the way these superheroes do it in villains. We can't let it fall in the wrong hands.
I mean, what's the wrong hands? Because sometimes it might be
already there. We gotta try to clean it up and put up more, defense walls on it, at least for our kids' sake, because.
But the kids is for the internet. I mean, the internet is for the kids.
Back in the day, they used to keep their kids inside the house, like they had curfew and shit like that.
Right.
Well, now the kids can stay in their house and still be out, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? There's no curfew for real. You know what I mean? Unless you're taking devices and shit away from them.
They give them a book,
old school
like we had.
You know what I mean,
a book.
That's what they need. Damn it.
Give them a
but
book.
Still,
that's torture to them in this generation. They'll call the cops.
Take their phone off of them. It's torture.
Yeah, it's torture, bro. And we ain't even had that shit. I remember when the first touchscreen came out. I got my first touchscreen. My dad was like, "You going to the pool? Don't take it. Leave it here." Fuck no. I'm going to the park. I'm gonna show my goddamn phone off. I'm gonna get in the pool later.
Y'all people forgot I can't swim. Let me go over here.
Bro, I got in the pool with the motherfucking phone in my pocket.
No.
First day I got it. Dad told me to leave it home. I didn't leave it home.
Man, did you hear it?
Man.
Plus he warned you before you did
it. Took it. They threw it in rice.
He had the prediction.
Everything was good after they put it in rice. Everything was good, but then
the magic of rice.
Then he took it.
Not only tastes good.
He took it. He said you can't have it no more. He took my phone.